Well, hello, everybody. So good to be on this live today. I am your humble host, Brett with Anvil Music Media. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you for joining the channel and joining this live today. Today, we're going to get right into it. This is the weekend edition. Of course, I am here every Tuesday and Friday. So I've been on the last live, probably the last maybe 2 or 3 days. So. Um, If you don't know this already, I have a podcast. It's called Off the Dot Podcast. You can check that out on YouTube Music, and we've been going strong for the past few weeks, and so excited for all the things, the happenings in tech and science, all the tech news for the future. Just super excited to see what is going to happen, especially in these summer months as we transition into the fall. Now, for those of you that are watching for the first time, I want to say, first of all, welcome. Welcome to this channel. Welcome to the live edition of Anvil Music and Media. My name is Brett with Anvil. I am your host today, and I'm so very grateful to be here. We have a very thriving community of individuals. We absolutely are in a place and in a space to where technology is on the cutting edge with AI technology that's happening, and we're going to talk a little bit about that today. But this channel does focus mainly on tech products, the latest in tech news. I'm sort of a everyday guy, everyday person, as you can see now. I have my studio. I'm set up in my studio. My background. I'm gonna give you a sort of a view of what my studio looks like. And this studio took years and years to sort of be to for me to put it together. I'm excited to have you today. I may even get into some work later, but I want to introduce you. And my name is Brett with Anvil Music and Media, giving the latest in tech and news. The rest is just details. Guys, I appreciate you all for joining today. If you are here live, I'd ask, yeah, come in, say hi, give a comment, drop a comment. Let me know where you are watching this live today from, as we are here every Tuesday and every Friday. So, really excited, really glad to be a part of something great. Something great I know is going to happen in technology. We're already like pushing forward with so many different releases, so many different open source projects. It's a numerical race, right? You have Gronk, you have Perplexity, all of these different AI softwares. Um, I guess Gronk is what 2.5. Perplexity, I'm not sure, is at 3.0. ChatGPT is currently at maybe 4. But yeah, it's just an exciting time. So if you're watching for the first time, please come in and say hi, leave a comment, let me know where you're watching from. Don't forget to like this video if you get a chance. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate that greatly. It's been a good thing. So I'm gonna get right into the news, and we're gonna talk about a few things. We're gonna talk about a few things in the tech news. Now, my channel. I want to give you maybe a history of my channel. My channel, I've been on, let's see, I've been on the YouTube space and in the YouTube space for about 4 to 5 years. I started about 4 or 5 years ago, back in the pandemic. Of course, everybody was home. There were plenty of people that were home. Everybody was online watching, and people were making like gobs, just so much money, right? Well, I decided to start this channel as a result of all of the equipment that I own. I'm very budget focused when it comes to all of this equipment. If you can see my studio. Shane says hello. Hey, Shane, how are you doing? Thanks so much for being the first to join the comments and the chat section. Shout out to you guys in the chat. Shout out to everybody that's out there that's watching. Now, my channel was specifically, I started my YouTube channel to focus on equipment for those who were sort of in my space. And my space is music production. I enjoy producing songs, writing songs, and I had built my studio up. It didn't look like this today, guys. It didn't look like this today, but I sought out to find out as much information as I could. And back in those days, of course, Google was like that was the search engine machine that everybody would use. You still had your places to research, but it's not like it is today. Today, you can just go online and research. You don't have to necessarily research Google. You can go on to any sort of open source AI, and it's sort of a great thing. But back then, which wasn't a long time ago, right? In order for me to build my studio, I had to sort of kind of get some knowledge and acquire some knowledge about how studio works, how what softwares to use, what was the best equipment. I ended up buying headphones. I had headphone gear, I had interfaces that I would buy. Yeah, thanks so much, Shane. I appreciate it. If you guys get a chance, subscribe to the channel today. But I'm just giving you guys a brief like history of how I built this space. I started with one computer. Actually, the studio wasn't even how it is today. I had my first computer was actually in the corner over there, but in this corner up against the wall, and sort of yeah, I didn't have much. I wasn't really working on a lot production wise, but I guess my point is I was learning the ropes of how to effectively purchase and buy equipment that would serve me for years and years to come. And literally everything in this room, for the most part, is probably about 5 to 10 years old. And so that's how I started building this space up. Now, in me building this space, I really learned the ropes of um, how to forge my creativity with what I was doing, right? My creativity with the equipment, my creativity with the songs, the structure of how I sort of built what we now see as a studio. So in that, fast forward to 4 or 5 years later, I started to put together videos and reviews for others that would learn or that wanted to learn this production space. I've over the years I've acquired editing knowledge, basic editing knowledge for video and for music. Acquired so many different things that I know how to do, just little things. So I started the YouTube space, and it really for me it was just a learning experience. I wanted to share my knowledge, like I said. Um and it's been a great experience. I'm so excited and happy to sort of have forged on to this point. Which brings us to today, right? Today, and not so long ago, I actually started these lives and became more and more consistent. And so, what you see as is a result of consistency over years. Now we have a long ways to go because clearly, there's so much more to learn and so much more to do in this space. I have a community, those who are here, and if you get a chance, please like this video, like and subscribe. Um, Go and watch a video on my channel. I have at least 500 to 600 videos. Um, Vico is here. What's up, Vico? How are you doing, man? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. I don't know if this is your first time, but I appreciate you for joining today. Appreciate you for locking in. Appreciate the comment so much. Let me know, guys, where you're watching. Vico, where you watching from? Where you watching this video from? I'm just explaining my process and how I got to this point with my studio. To right now, we're a full out tech channel. Like we're all the way there as far as tech and equipment. So social media sort of affords me the opportunity to connect with you guys out here. That's what I've been able to do, and I appreciate you guys who are joining. FICO, thanks so much for the subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you for locking in. So lately, I have been on live and been on consistent lives. My lives are Tuesdays around this time and Fridays around this time. So this week I've been up here quite a bit, and so it's been a great experience. It's been a good experience to kind of meet those who are here, those who have decided to join the channel. If you're watching for the first time, my name is Brett with Anvil Music Media. I wanted to introduce you myself. Today we're gonna really kind of talk about some more news. I've really just been really interested in the latest AI developments. And thanks for the subscription, Vico. I appreciate it. The latest AI developments, the latest AI news. Of course, AI is a space that is growing exponentially week to week. So it's kind of hard to keep up with absolutely everything that's going on because it's all one big system of AI is just one big system of copying. It's one big system of access, right? You know, the internet and social media platforms have allowed us the access to so many different forums and platforms. It's also allowed us this social media space has allowed us it's allowed us access. It's allowed us the ability to remix what we see online. So we can take a song, we can take some writing and remix it, and then reformat it, put it back online. So we have access and we have remixing. Um, all of these different ways to sort of add to the structure. But AI models are just there's so much copying on the internet. So many pages that we see that we research on. So yeah, I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that. And in the AI news, we have a lot that's going on, right? There are so many startups that are happening in AI today. For example, there was some discussion. I'm going to look it up right here. More specifically, we have the AI source Gronk, which is basically Elon Musk, his version of AI, and he is currently Gronk 3 was released in on February the 17th, 2025, and um, it's basically we want to think of it. It features an advanced called Think or Big Brain, which the reasoning capabilities. It gives you imaging editing, multimodal voice mode, which is really cool, and deep search and deeper search. So I think with Gronk, it's Elon Musk is he's really sort of teasing the numerical release of the latest in Gronk. He's saying we will use basically he's going to use Gronk 3.5, and maybe they'll call it 4. So like if you understand, there are so many different numerical releases of these open AI source. But Gronk 4 is going to, and I say Gronk 4 technically, it's going to be it's going to have advanced reasoning, and it's basically going to rewrite the entire corpus of human knowledge and get rid of the errors, which is interesting. It's gonna add missing information and delete all of the errors that are there. So uh, Elon basically says, you know, things are basically in the news are politically incorrect, but nonetheless factually true, right? So here's some themes about the release of Gronk, and I haven't really talked about Gronk. And Gronk is you can, if you have a Twitter account, you can get on Gronk and use it and search on it. But basically, the key themes in Elon's messages is he basically wants to clean up the data, right? He believes the AI models are currently trained on too much of uncorrected, he calls it garbage or information, which skews the results of your search, right? And that's one of the things. Basically, he also wants to rewrite human knowledge. So now we know in being a human and having knowledge, you know, humans make errors. We are not without errors, right? But he wants to rebuild the data that AI learned from humans because he wants that data to be perfect. It's not perfect because humans are not perfect. So therefore, and so we're talking today about some new updates with Gronk. And this is a tech channel, guys. So I'm we're just talking like the latest in tech news, more specifically AI. So Elon wants to rewrite human knowledge, and he wants to plug in the gaps of where there are errors and possibly gaps in missing information with the structure of AI. Um, Elon is also looking to boost reasoning. So the look for the upcoming model of Gronk is expected to have advanced reasoning, right, to help facilitate data overhaul because there's so much data, right? We talked about remixing, we talked about copying. This is just what it is. Vigo says Gemini VEO 3 is also cool. Yes, I have a subscriber that uses Gemini VEO. He actually uses the paid subscription. He says it's the best, and I actually I actually recommend those who what it's actually Gemini is actually really good open source platform. All right, here are other things. So there's sort of a truth and reasoning behind what Musk is looking towards. He's also looking to seek divisive facts. So divisive facts are basically these politically incorrect facts that are out here that are incorrect, but technically they're factually true. They're factually true statements to enrich the training corpus. So this training model, this corpus model is what he's looking to update. He also wants to, with Gronk, he wants to specifically, and sort of, I can see his reasoning behind this, but he wants to correct the bias or balance. Now we're talking about the latest update in Gronk and what Elon Musk is looking to with this open source program, his open source program. He's looking to correct balance, or he's looking to correct bias. He's actively responding to Gronk's misfires, and Gronk has a lot of misfires, right? For example, like right wing violence and working to dial in response alignment. So the program Gronk has in a response time. It also has response how it responds to the those who research it, and he wants it to be better aligned basically with its responses. Now, I mean, we all sort of saw this coming with the acquisition of Twitter. Now, with the acquisition of Twitter, guys, like uh, Twitter is this major data machine that has data from years and years. I think Twitter's been around since 2009. I want to say 2008. I think I got on Twitter. No, it might have been even 2006. I'm not sure how old Twitter is. It's nearing 20 years, right, of being online. And since its inception, there's been so much information that has been downloaded and so much information that people have um, sort of tweeted. There have been tweets and retweets, and so Elon Musk, his plan when he purchased Twitter at the time, it was Twitter, now it's X, but at the time, it it was not a great purchase, right? It wasn't very it wasn't a purchase that you would think somebody of his status would get. So in purchasing Twitter, his ultimate goal was information, right? How can I get information and have it at my sort of disposal, right? And so with that, here we are. And clearly, the reason for him purchasing Twitter was to be able to feed the AI or Gronk all of this information. Obviously, Twitter has a lot of information that's incorrect. It's so no, it makes sense that of course he's trying to now clean. He's trying to now clean house, clean the digital house, the digital structure, make it a little bit more palatable for those who are actually using it for you know for factual purposes and trying to in research. Um, so we have this sort of remixing of the culture in the age of AI. There's a remixing the internet. So And like I said, remixing is basically the internet has allowed us to remix what we see online. Um, we've entered a time where, you know, remixing is the norm, right? It's the norm, you know, taking a song and sampling it, reading an article and quoting it with a commentary, right? And rewriting the commentary, taking videos and repurposing. There are even remixes online on YouTube that you can remix different videos if the original content creator allows that option, right? So watching a video, reacting to it, reformatting, this is all remixing, all the remixing structure, right? Platforms like TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and even some Instagram Reels are built on iteration and not just originality. The internet's about iteration. It's about remixing. It's about doing things another way, recycling. Right. So, let's see. Sanjay is here. Thank you so much, Sanjay, for the comment. He says, "Hey man, what's up? Hearing that Apple might acquire Perplexity, do you think it's going to happen? And do you think about what do you think about Apple's current situation, as most of the competitors are way ahead?" I'll address that last comment. You saying Apple's a current AI situation. Yes, most competitors are way ahead now, and I agree to that. And is it a rumor versus reality, right? So there is a, and I'm going to answer the question, but I'm going to kind of go back a little bit. There is a Bloomberg is online. Bloomberg's Mark Gurman basically reports that Apple are looking at the early stages of possibly acquiring Perplexity. I think personally this is a desperate move, right? Give me a like in the comment for that because it looks rather desperate. And we can go all the way back to Apple's introduction of Siri. It was supposed to be actually AI. It really was. They didn't know what they had. They had gold on their hand. They sort of sat on their hands and didn't provide any updates to Siri. I think Siri is so far behind. I've joked about Siri before and have, you know, recognized and realized that Siri is not at a place where it should be. So, to that, Apple is very far behind, and it's sort of hard to. I used this analogy before. Apple is such a big company. If you imagine for a moment a huge cruise ship that's out in the middle of the ocean, and if the cruise ship is going north, in order for it to turn to go back south, because you can't, the structure of your company, it's hard if you're big, if you're a huge company like Apple, it's hard to sort of turn and go the other direction. So you can imagine a big, huge cruise ship trying to turn, and it can only turn but so much without it being unsafe, right? And never mind, it's a massive company. So what Apple is trying to do, and I feel like they're trying to do, but they can't go but so fast, and that's why they don't have the flexibility like say a smaller speedboat, right, or a race boat that can get from point A to point B. All of these other different companies that are small startup companies that are they're coming. I mean, they're creating all of these AI programs, different platforms. Apple's just a huge company. So, what do I think about their current AI situation? There's not really one, right? They focused on the Vision. They thought the Vision Pro was going to be the next sort of thing, and I so the Apple Vision Pro, if you don't know about it, it is Apple's version of uh, augmented reality and mixed reality. They're goggles. They have these goggles that are out for like $3,000 or something crazy. Um, these goggles were supposed to, like, I don't know how they researched and what they thought this was going to happen, but they figured we were headed into a virtual reality space and an augmented reality space. So virtual reality is you're fully immersed into a virtual world versus augmented reality. Augmented reality, you are sort of half in, half in, half in, half out. Augmented realities, you see the actual reality around you, but then it is sort of it is sort of mixed in with the virtual pieces of the reality. So to your question, the reason why Apple may acquire Perplexity is obviously the search gap, right? Apple's lagging behind Google and OpenAI. I mean, they're lagging behind them. They're lagging behind Microsoft and AI. So Siri is still weak, right? And so a purchase like this could supercharge its capabilities, right? I mean, it's just obvious, right? There's also a post Google risk, right? Apple depends on a 20 billion a year search deal with Google. I don't know if go check out one of my videos. I talked about Apple and Google and how Apple Google pays Apple 20 billion to allow for its searches to be on like the iPhone, the iPad. So and this can be jeopardized in these current some current antitrust rulings. And so Perplexity could serve as a fallback. Perplexity seems there are rumors that Perplexity could be seamlessly integrated into Apple's ecosystem. The technology of Perplexity could enhance Safari, Siri, Spotlight. I don't really use Spotlight. Nobody really, I don't know. This Spotlight is, it's your search. It's the search engine inside the iPhone and the computer. And so it would definitely be a booster. I think a shot in the arm for Apple. And then the talent acquisition, along with the acquisition of Perplexity, you'll get the talent that comes with it. You'll get the workers, the CEOs. You get the members, the managers, the skilled those who are skilled. Basically, it's like 250 skilled AI professionals. So the challenges with Apple's integration of Perplexity, if this rumor were to come true, would be, of course, integration hurdles. So you got to be able to integrate these two companies. Merging teams like that, it takes a while. Tech infrastructure is sort of that's sort of like a oxymoron. Tech and infrastructure. You got to have infrastructure, which takes years. It takes years and years and years to get your infrastructure together. However, if you're in the tech space, you don't have time. You don't have years. You don't have years. You need talent and you need skilled individuals, and you need them now, right? So, yeah, aligning all of the cultures isn't aligning both cultures isn't trivial, right? So it's technically it's rumored to be a $14 billion deal, which it could draw intense and an antitrust review. So I'm sure Apple's like, let's see what this looks like, especially with the deal with Google. So um, there are also some echo tensions with Apple. Would Apple continue with its Google partnership? I don't know. That remains to be seen. So, will the acquisition of Perplexity? Now we're talking about the acquisition of Perplexity, and thank you guys for joining the channel. My name is Brett with Anvil Music and Media. If when you come in, like come and say hi, let me know where you're watching from. I appreciate you guys for joining. We're in full research mode. This is Tech News Saturday. We're just talking about a few a few things in the tech news, and more specifically, I'm talking about Apple's rumored acquisition of Perplexity. So this acquisition, when is it likely to happen? It's definitely plausible, but it's not guaranteed, right? Talks are in the early stages between Apple acquiring Perplexity. Basically, in a nutshell, Perplexity is, of course, an open source AI platform, but Apple is kind of looking to jump ahead and by purchasing Perplexity, it's looking to jump ahead and into the AI race because Apple's is so far behind. It's like it's really bad. But it's not guaranteed. So talks if it's likely to happen, it's not necessarily guaranteed. I'm sure we'll get more information as we as the coming weeks in the coming weeks. Talks are in the early stages, right? There's no official proposal, so we haven't heard proposal, but I'm sure there are talks behind the scenes. More likely to see a partnership or integration, right? There's going to be a serious embed of Perplexity into Safari and Siri. Not sure how they're going to work that out, but I think it would shake up things in the tech world. Absolutely. So Apple feels increasingly that they feel the pressure, man. I mean, it's pressure on them to come up with something, and so and they a big company like that, it's easy for them to jump in and to cut in the front of get to the front of the line with this acquisition. I'm sure. Um, you have to look at that. We'll look at that further, even in the investment space, like investors like Bank of America view this AI acquisition as a potential major catalyst for the future of tech. So, bottom line, AI, Apple is in an AI lag. It's like they are glitching. There's no doubt about that. There's no reason for them to not be in the forefront of the AI space, but they're just not. They're not the top company right now. I ask you, what do you think? Who is the top company that's leading in the AI space? So it's a strategic leap, and it would be a strategic leap in AI partnerships and resources. So, um, some other alternative paths Apple may and did. They may instead strike a partnership, increasing Perplexity's tech without full ownership, right? Partnership is different from ownership. So partnerships seem to do better than actual ownership. But we will see, and that's what we're here to sort of talk about. Like I love this tech space. I love uh, how technology every day changes because we talk about these things, and today it may be one thing, tomorrow something else. So that's a good comment there, Sanjay. Thank you. Sanjay says, yeah, Apple really had the opportunity to buy Tesla and OpenAI before they came big, hoping they don't make the same mistake and get their AI ready. Yeah, I agree. I don't and see. I don't know. I didn't know the news that Apple had the opportunity to buy Tesla. I think there were rumors about Elon Musk, like you know, replacing Tim Cook at one point and becoming like either the CEO of Apple or something. All sorts of rumors all over the place and that's what we're here to talk about, right? Guys, if you are enjoying this, please like and subscribe to this channel. We're I'm here. I'm literally here like Tuesdays and Fridays, so you can catch me here on the channel. So I want to also I want to get into some news with in terms of the job market. So we know like artificial intelligence has been a disruptor of technology. It's been a disruptor in the tech space, but it's just not this tech space. It's bleeded over into the government structures. It's bleeded over into the school systems, the educational system. It's disrupted. It's disrupted entire entire systems, right? Government, education, social systems, the internet, like social platforms. It's literally everywhere. And specifically even to that, you guys know that the job market is now being flooded by AI generated applications. And I think this is kind of funny. There's an application explosion. All of a sudden there's you know 50 50,000 more people that are applying for jobs, but it's not people, it's not actual people. So LinkedIn reports, and for you guys that don't know, LinkedIn is basically a social platform that is it's like a business meetup. It's um it's a chance you can put your profile on LinkedIn, and people go on LinkedIn to look for jobs, right? Put your resume on LinkedIn, so forth and so on. So with LinkedIn, this big social platform for businesses for jobs, has seen an explosion of about 45% increase in applications over the past year. and now it's averaging, and I don't know what the average was, but the average now, LinkedIn is averaging about 11,000 subscriptions per minute, driven by candidates using ChatGPT and auto create resumes. Isn't that crazy? LinkedIn, of all places, is now getting infiltrated with AI. It makes sense, right? There are basically AI candidates who are fake. This is becoming a more and more of a thing, right? So by 2028, it is assumed and predicted that 25% of all applicants could be completely fake, created with generative AI and deep fakes. So you're talking about applicants online. If you can imagine companies having now to surf through even more applicants that they're looking at, and the resume looks amazing, but because of AI and deep fakes, it's actually not a real person. And we're seeing that all around. We're seeing that with the remixing of videos. People are using AI generated images. They're taking people uh, in the public space, in the public sector, those who are celebrities, who are in government structures, who are leaders, and they're altering their videos. This is already happening. So now as a result of this, with LinkedIn, the AI hiring, there's becoming an AI hiring race, right? Employees are or employers are responding to the AI chatbots for screening, or they're responding with AI chatbots to screen. So now you have AI versus AI, right? So who's going to win that? Who's going to win that? And we've talked about it in the future, like whoever has the knowledge of the space is going to lead us, and is going to really going to have a stronghold on societies in years to come, right? So employers are trying to respond to this. They're trying to combat this with um, their own chatbots, and they're trying to integrate their own chatbots to try to help screen all of these fake applications, right? It's amazing, amazing. Kush is here, man. Hey, Kush, what's going on, man? Welcome back to the channel. Kush is back from the studio. Kush, you are not late, man. You are right on time, man. Appreciate you for joining. Yeah, let me know, how was your studio session? How did things go, man? You creating out there? Let me know how things turned out. And how long, Kush, how long are you normally in the studio? Like how generally how I mean my thing as far as the studio, being in the studio, I like to, when I'm creating, or if I have a session, I don't normally I'm not in more than like 2.5 hours, because my ears like give up on me. Especially when you're listening to music for a long time, your ears sort of like give out. So, but yeah, Chris, we're talking about this is day two. We're talking about AI and the job market, how the job market has been flooded by AI generated applications. No surprise there. No surprise there. No surprise there. So that is the news there. So in other news also, man. But yeah, I appreciate you, Kush, for joining the chat and leaving a comment. Um, yeah, I'm sure you're gonna respond to. But yeah, let me know how your studio session went. Um, in other news, here are some good things. Now, yesterday we talked about the effects of and the dark side of AI and how it has affected the internet and social media platforms. Today, we're gonna get some good things, right? So one of these things is AI for good. AI is now predicting depression. It's predicting depression in people, and um, it's becoming more successful, right? There's a breakthrough model. So there's a new deep learning model trained on data for about 10,000 adults, right? So they trained, they gave AI this data from about 10,000 adults. It's not, if you think about 10,000 people, it's not a lot of people. You kind of got to get up to maybe 5 million to 10 million, and now we're cooking, right? But this AI model predicts antidepressant remission across multiple drugs. It's interesting very interesting. Very interesting that AI is now able to predict people with depression. So basically, it introduces a model to personalize treatment and also personalized treatment in major depression. So these are some good things that are happening. Like I would say that in the future we're gonna see a lot more of this in the future. So um, any comments or questions? Any comments or questions? Kush says, filled with learning art. I spent 8 to 10 hours because I only go Saturday and Sunday. Wow, 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 wow. So you're learning. You have to let me know what are you learning? What do you have any questions as far as studio like that you'd like to go over? Any questions with that? Yeah, let me know. You said on a weekday I stay home and learn VST or how I can improve. Okay, okay. Well, Kush, I have knowledge in the studio space, so we can definitely link on that. I like your style, and I appreciate you for joining the chat. Okay, so here's another question about, and I'm going to talk about ChatGPT. There are studies out there and now sort of concerns out there about AI harming our youth and how they think and how they process uh, more effectively, more so their prefrontal, uh, the front part of their brain, how it's not has not yet fully as a youth. It has not yet fully grown if you're between the ages of 12 and 18. And there's a study out here that's saying participants, those who are using ChatGPT to write essays, showed less brain engagement. Right? It's like the TV. It's numbing your brain. It's numbing your brain. So basically, the question remains: is ChatGPT? And I'll ask you guys: do you think ChatGPT and other open source platforms like it, do you think it's going to be harming, or it's going to negatively affect our youth and the think and the ways we think? I'm sort of in a good space. Like I'm just be honest with you. I'm in my 40s, so I've had experience. I've experienced life. At some point, I was outside playing as a kid, learning how to live and how to interact, how to communicate. There was no social media, right? We'd watch TV and go to the movies. Like it was like that. So there is a certain life experience that I bring to the table. So now when I do use these platforms, uh, these AI open platforms, I'm bringing my experience to the table. I'm not just going to it just for full out 100% research. Anything that I'm researching, I already kind of have some knowledge on, and if I don't, I'm going to actually factually research it before I go. See, so that's the thing. That is the best way to use AI. You need to read, go get a book. Get a book, even Google it. Like, to be honest with you, actually trust Google search even now, is as antiquated as it's becoming. I prefer to search on Google, and then I will research by using AI, but like not without me knowing exactly what I'm researching. I'm just not going all out into um, full out research without knowing the subject that I'm researching, if that makes sense. So, so basically, there are reports from MIT, Cornell. These are all colleges, basically, that and educational surveys that conclude AI assisted writing fosters uh, basically just it erodes creativity. Um, it actually works on working memory, and it basically kills diversity because everybody's running to the same open source to get the same information to write the paper, right? And everybody's sounding the same. So yeah, that's not how you should use these open source programs. and the way you really should use them is if you're starting a business, like you want to make sure it's as personal, or it knows your tone, it knows how you write, how you talk. You have to continuously talk to it in order for it to get acclimated to who you are. Now, this is an exchange of information, so um, AI only works really off of information and knowledge. That's how it lives. That's how it continues to thrive and live. So cool. Kush says, let's see, we got some studio thing. Let's see, currently in a very small setup, I'm thinking to buy studio monitors, headphone, MIDI and stuff, cause right now I use AirPods, local speaker to mix. Okay. So you have you're looking at the Yamaha HS5s. Okay, cool. Those are cool. Audio Technica M50s. I got some Audio Technicas, man. Where are they at? I got the M50s. Or are these the M20s? I don't know what they are. You talking about these? I'm trying to see which ones they are. I can't even. Can I tell up here? I don't even know if these are the 50s, but yeah, I got like 5 pairs of these. So, yep, yeah, they're good. Yeah, they're good, solid headphones, and they're pretty comfortable. M Audio MIDI. Okay, so M Audio. Yeah, that's good stuff, man. So yeah, Kush, let me know if you have any questions about that. Like for real, man, we can get together. I'm looking to start maybe having some courses, giving some courses. Kush, what do you think is your biggest challenge? And so this is just a sidebar because I'm talking to one of my subscribers. What is your biggest challenge right now, Kush, in the space of, because we're just gonna talk it out. I'm curious, what's your biggest challenge right now? What would you like to learn in the space of studio? Just let me know. Let me know. And while you're answering me, I'm gonna continue with my updates. So, here we go. What's next? We're at a tipping point for AI in society, right? AI is totally transforming job hiring, mental health, education. It's allowing these powerful generating tools to sort of assist us in these areas, in these sort of platforms. So we've got fake applicants, depersonalized hiring, mental health ethics, eroding the thought and youth. I mean, it's just a bunch of stuff that is going on. So the question remains: is Chat GPT making us dumber? I don't know if it's making us dumber, but it's definitely making itself smarter. So we will see where we end up there. Any questions and comments so far? Let's see. Okay, Kush says the biggest challenge is to buy all the stuff. Okay. Well, Kush, do you have? So right now you're just using your headphones. Do you have, which DAW are you using to record your record your um record your songs? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Let me know, Kush, because I can understand the biggest challenge. Like I said, I started here. And I don't know if it's money, but some things that you can sort of work through with that. But I don't want you to be stuck, man, stuck in the water with that. So back to what I was talking about earlier. AI and developing models to predict treatment for depression. So here's the thing: most people with major depression don't get better on their first medication. They just don't, because it takes the medication time to be in the system for a while for it to work. Some take longer than the others. the doctor basically has to prescribe a medicine, and they don't really know what they're just giving you medicine and giving you slow doses of it, and they don't know how your body's going to react to it. And the side effects to medicine for like depression, for clinical depression, is so far ranging. Like it ranges so much, right? To the point that each person's body is different. So these AI models are helping with that, right? So this delay, is inconvenient for the patient because they're depressed, right? They want to be well, they want to be better, and it can be dangerous, increasing the risk of SA. I'm not going to say the word, but and prolonging suffering. There are about 280 million worldwide. Uh, there are about 280 million people worldwide living with depression. So apparently, researchers have built an AI model that can predict which antidepressant is most likely to work for a specific patient. I think this is huge news. Using only the clinical and demographic information they've already collected during standard visits. So they got all this information. You fill out questionnaires. I recently had a wellness check this week. I went to the doctors, and they actually asked me questions about my life and how I was feeling, just normal stuff. I'm seeing if I was depressed, or if I wanted to, if I still had a reason to want to function, if I felt like getting up, all the normal things, right? But the team trained a deep neural network, which is basically deep seek, on data of about 10,000 adults with a moderate to severe depression symptoms, right? The model estimates remission probabilities for 10 common antidepressants requiring no genetic test, which is nice. Brain scans or other specialized diagnostics. So this is and so why does this matter? This mattered because the researchers they tested the model or the bias across like sex, race, age groups, and found no harmful patterns. That's actually good. Unlike precision medicine efforts that require like more expensive like genetic testing, like they say depression comes and it's a genetic thing, obviously. But this tool works with information, right? The information that's given to it by doctors that they've already collected, making it more scalable and accessible. So scalable means the more information they have, the more that they can use um, to leverage their the information is used as a leverage for medicine. So, you know, somebody who is clinically depressed, right? It's hard for doctors to come to assist the patient, and they don't really know much about the patient. They have to constantly guess. Like it's a guessing game. You don't know how much medicine to give them, how often to give it, what medicine works. You have to like you're really like a subject, right? You come in as depressed, and like they're giving these medicines to see if it's gonna work, and it's not a good process, it's not a good feeling. Um but recovery is about, people want to recover fast, and it's like timeout for ineffective treatments, trying to predict or trying to guess, because we are humans and we err. So AI allows to speed up the process of really leveraging out information that we already have to date, right? So that's that. Zane is here. Zane, thank you so much for joining the chat. Yes, Zane, this live we're talking about all things AI. This is an AI Saturday that I'm giving you AI news. Oh my goodness, we've talked about everything from we started out talking about Gronk and some of the new releases of Gronk. Elon Musk has been talking about how he wants to wipe the slate clean of all of these, I say, artificial facts. They are artificial facts, but basically Gronk has in its database a lot of information that is non-factual. And it's a lot of information that is not it's not serving um it's not serving its customers and consumers uh, very well. So Elon wants to sort of recollect human data and get it even better. He wants to even wipe away the errors of the human data that is fed to Grok. So we've talked about that. We've talked about AI in terms of job applications and how job applications have surged on websites like LinkedIn. If you aren't familiar with LinkedIn, LinkedIn is basically a website for businesses to come and to recruit you if you are looking for a job, and as well as not just for businesses to recruit you, but if you are, yeah, if you're looking to further your career, you put your resume on LinkedIn. But what's happened is job applications have surged by 45%. That's a big number. They've surged that much, and candidates are increasingly using Chat GPT auto generate resumes. No surprise there. No surprise there. So yes, um, that's what it's about. Zane, happy to have you. Thank you for joining the chat. Subscribe to the channel, guys. If you get a chance, please like this video. Um, appreciate you guys for locking in. All right, so let's see. We're gonna slow just a little bit. Kush says right now I get enough output to a point. Its quality is okay, but in next year, so I'm thinking aiming for industry standards. Okay. Um, Kush says, to be honest, a doctor or therapist can't help anyone until the patient is willing to get better. Yes, that is true. That is the whole point of it, Kush. You have to be willing to get better, but you have to sort of, in the space of depression, I think that's the definition of depression: not being able to get better, not being able to get over the hump of, your mind is sort of has been taken over by depressive thoughts, fears, anxieties, not being able to move around in certain spaces in public, being triggered by trauma. It's a very real thing. So there are walls and there are things that normal people, I guess we would say, oh my goodness, it's just easy, just switch your mind. And I sort of lean less on medicine and more on therapy. Therapy's way better. You got to get locked in. But yes, at the end of the day, the person has to want to change. But a lot of times we just need the help, right? We need the help to be able to change, and I think that's what AI is going to leverage in learning how depression works, and it's going to speed up the process for us to be able to better effectively combat depression. So good point. Good point there. Kush says output depends on input because I have schizophrenia, and because of this, I have learned a lot. Okay, got you. Oh wow, yeah. So I mean, yeah, this is a very real thing, man. It's all touched us at one point in time. It even touched me personally with family. Like it's a real thing, man. And these doctors sort of want to treat you, but really, in essence, I don't think they mean to use you as a subject, but they're trying to, in the whole process, what they look to do is to try to come up with different medicines, and they don't know. Like I said, they don't know. Like you're coming off the street, probably don't know you. There's no relationship. There's no data. They have to collect data, so it takes years for some of these practices to be able to effectively help those who are having these issues. So it's not something that it's not a gruesome process. So thank you for Kush. Thank you for that transparency moment. Right. That's it's very it's very awesome that I know that you're doing good. So um, Yeah, this is great. This is great. This is great. But yeah, Kush, in the meantime, man, I'm happy to assist you. I've got I need to get over I need to get you a survey. Um if you don't mind, shoot me an email. My email is anvill music media at gmail.com. Shoot me an email so I can get your email. I'm gonna send you over a survey. So I can maybe sort of assess where you are with your production, because I want to be able to help you. I want to be able to help in a way I can, and maybe I can help, maybe I can't, but why not try, right? So yeah, let me know. Send me an email, Anvil ANVILL music media at gmail.com. Other news. So we've got, speaking of psychologists, psychologists are now exploring how AI can enhance play-based learning. So this is for the little toddlers, for the kids, by adapting learners' mode, behavior, and progress in real time. Sort of cool. This is cool. Treading a thin line though. Early experiments show that AI companions. Here we go again. AI companions. These are little kid bots. Can support vocabulary and comprehension by prompting curiosity in the kids during their activities, like reading, and not necessarily by teaching directly. Man, let me tell you, AI has integrated itself into the classroom like never before. I remember when I was in school and they would roll the TV into the classroom, or we'd only have one computer per classroom. So we've come so very, very far. Um, so researchers believe this hybrid approach to AI and learning in schools is going to support child development, which I believe it will. Hopefully, child development will happen and it won't be dependency, but it's going to support child development, motivation, emotional connection, and more effectively than the static educational tools. I beg to differ. I don't know. I don't know if there's a lot of emotional stability that can happen with a chatbot. That's interesting. Why does this matter, guys? This matters because um, you, as you know, growing up as a kid, you're at an optimal learning state, right? It encourages risk taking and persistence and exploration without the pressure of judgment. A lot of kids have goals, dreams, aspirations. They want to be this, they want to be that, and we sort of, as we grow, as we get become adults, those dreams and aspirations go away because it's like reality hits. It's like, no, I can't do what I dreamed. Like, because there's so many things I have to do. I have to work. I have to provide and be responsible for my family and for those around me. Um, so you sort of lose that dream in the process, right? Um, Here's the part that I'm glad that they understand. Psychologists caution that not all AI support is helpful. There we go. It's not all helpful. Um, if systems give answers too quickly or over control learning environments, they may suppress the curiosity. So it may work in reverse, and we would not want that to happen. To preserve the benefits of this program, AI needs to offer guidance without removing the open-ended nature of exploration. It's all about exploration for kids. Anvil Music, yes, almost. So it's spelled ANVIL. So it's just ANV. There's no I in the middle. So Anvil, ANVILL music media at gmail.com. Yeah, Gmail. Uh, yeah, that's it. That's it. Anvil Music Media. I can I can see if I can put it up here in the chat. Let's see. Anvil Music at gmail.com. See if you got that. There it is. At gmail.com. Yeah. So shoot me an email so I can get your email, and I'm gonna send you over a survey, because a lot of times, what surveys allow is for me to sort of kind of what we're talking about this, and kind of see where you are in terms of your. Okay, got it. Sweet, awesome. Yeah, cool deal. All right. Yeah, so as you know, like I said, this channel really focuses on tech news in the future. We're here online every Tuesday and every Friday. Sometimes I like to come here on Saturdays and chop it up with you guys, because that's just what we do. I'm excited to see what happens in the space of technology. Computers will always be the same. Apple will always remain the same, and I still do reviews. Like, guys, I just did reviews of the Apple AirPods 4. Go check that out if you get a chance. But you know, there's another level to learning. There's another level to learning, and I'm sort of interested in transitioning. Even with this channel, is transitioning to bigger and greater things. So Kush says I'll send mail in a few hours because it's my brother's birthday. I gotta go right now. Sorry for leaving. No, Kush, thanks so much for joining, man. We'll see you next week. I'll look forward to the email. I forward to seeing that email. And happy birthday to your brother, man. Enjoy. You guys enjoy. Blowho is here. Blowho. Hey, how's it going, man? You said good likes. Well, thank you. I don't really have any likes. I have like a light over here, but thank you so much, man. Blowho, how's it going? How was your week? How was your job with your company? Appreciate you for joining. Who else is in the chat? Who's in the chat? Let me know where you're watching from. I appreciate you for joining. Those who are joining for the first time, let me know. Type a one in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from. Blowho says good lights. Yeah, this is sort of like my mood lighting for the studio. Yeah, I've got some backlights. I may send out a survey, guys, and help you. You guys can help me maybe restructure how I have things in the studio, like how maybe I want to set the studio up. You can guys become a part of the program. Oh yeah, behind me. Yep. Oh, you like those lights? Yeah, they're actually being reflected by the lights. I'm gonna show you guys. Actually, I've never seen these. I never showed this, but it's kind of these lights here. These are the lights that are being reflected. So yeah, it's kind of cool space. I actually when I turned my lights on earlier today, I hit some button and I actually like this setting. So this setting is cool. I don't know, what do you call these? Like track lights? Because if you turn around, I'll show you. Like, it's in my feet. See the lights there? We got lights there, all the way around. Yeah, so I got like a little mini space station looking thing. It just adds to the ambiance of the lighting. So yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks. Man. How's it going on your end, Blowhole, man? What's been up? What do you have going on? I know you're at the new company. How's that treating you? Hope things are good there. Man, I always appreciate you for joining in. Anybody else in the comments have any questions? Any other things that you'd like to talk about today? I really kind of just really took an hour to update us on the latest in AI happenings. So many different things that are happening, right? With AI. Let's see. Blowho says, yeah, that's cool. You're the company. So yeah. Oh, you started your own company? Okay, got you. Nice. Yeah. What else you got going on? Any other questions? Guys, have really enjoyed this time. Not that I'm getting off or not that I'm stopping the live, but I've really enjoyed being able to come live, being able to chat, being able to talk and hear you guys' point of view. Even though I cannot see you guys' faces, I've appreciated the I've appreciate those. All right, Blow. See you around, man. I'll see you next week. Come back and see me. I've appreciated the community that we've sort of started, and we've started. It's been a great community. I feed off of you guys' energy. Um, we have a bunch of educated people up here. We have computer programmers, software developers who are here. Those people who deal with video editing, all sorts of things, studio production, the whole nine. Um, yeah. Sanjay says, "What are your thoughts on Samsung Unpacked?" Is that what you? Give me more context. What is the Unpacked? Is that I'm not even sure. I can research it, but we can talk about it. Um, yeah, I'm not sure what says Sam. Oh, Samsung's upcoming event. What are my thoughts on Samsung's upcoming event? Oh well, yeah. Let's talk about it. I'm gonna research it here. We can talk about it real time. Uh, Samsung's event unpacked. They got new folds and new flips. Oh, they do. Okay. And I haven't, guys, like because this is like an Apple channel. Um, I haven't really watched a lot of other. Okay, so it's got there's a new Galaxy Z Fold. I think does that sound right? The Galaxy it's like an ultra unfold. Let's see. Latest news. Okay, so yeah, the Samsung Electronics will host Unpack in Brooklyn, New York, on July 9th. I guess this is July 9th. So the Galaxy Unpacked July 2025, the Ultra Experience is ready to unfold. So it looks like Samsung's designed its devices around what people need: better performance, sharper cameras. So on the 9th, Samsung Electronics will host Unpacked in Brooklyn, New York, a borough with extraordinary experience, spirit, and distinctive history. It doesn't really give much. I mean, I like to yeah, maybe I like to check that out. I can't really say I have way more knowledge on Apple products, but obviously Apple is not what everybody uses. Apple claims to have all the customers, but they do not, because Samsung is a very effective competitor to the space. So, um, yeah, thanks for the comment, Sanjay. I wish I could give you more context to that. But yeah, that's uh, iPhone folds in 2026. Yeah, Sanjay, that's a good question that I can't comment on. They've been flirting with it for a while, man. They've been flirting with these iPhone folds. Um, I think it's old technology, to be honest with you. I don't. The iPhone Fold is going to sort of mess up, or I shouldn't say mess up. The iPhone Fold is not a technology that's brand new. Um, there are a lot of rumors about that, but I've talked about it, right? I've talked about it, but I just don't. I think they're going backwards in technology. I think the Fold's been around for so long, and if you ask any person who is a Samsung phone user and they hear about the rumors about Apple possibly having an coming out with a fold, an iPhone fold, they're gonna jump all over it because they're gonna be like, Android was first, Samsung was first, and which it does, which they were, and it's not. But we're in a sort of space where it's not who releases the product first, it's who does it best, right? It's not about who's first out the gate, but it's who does it best. I mean, that's just to be honest with you. That is so. I've talked about the folds in the past. I know there's some issues with how the iPhone, if it flips, it folds. Are they going to go back to? They will have to do away with face recognition because you can't do face recognition with the phone folding. They might go back to thumb recognition. So there's some things with that. I think Apple does whatever it can to sort of stay in the news and stay. The biggest updates I see with Apple is with Perplexity, right? If they can purchase and acquire Perplexity, then they may be at a good space. So that's a something that's ongoing. I don't know. It's the iPhone Fold. I don't think it's a good move for Apple. Apple will continue to release iPhones for years and years to come. I'm sort of becoming overly weary about all of these iPhone releases because at this point it's just a numerical race. What did we start with? The iPhone 4 and now we're on the 17, right? I mean, it'd actually be cool for me to see Apple like start over, do the iPhone 1. That would be cool. Like, oh, it's a new release, the iPhone 1s. Like, do something different. But I'm sort of like we're oversaturated with so many different iPhones, right? So, Sanjay says, yeah, I think 2027 will be a redesign as it's going to be the 20th anniversary. I did hear about it being the 20th anniversary phone, so they got to do something, right? And good for them. Good for them. 20 years since the iPhone 4. That's 2005, 2006. Was it the iPhone 4? I think. Well, why would they start with the iPhone 4 anyway, and not like an iPhone 1? But yeah, they have to come out with something because it's a marketing strategy. Like it's the anniversary. Help us celebrate the anniversary. Go buy the new iPhone. It has a ring to it. It makes sense. And we all know. We both know. I know. Even if you don't have any Apple products, you know how strong Apple is with their marketing. They're just amazing in what they do. So 2027. Yeah, 2027. So that would have been 2007 to 2027, 20 years. Yeah, that's what you can look forward to is some sort of anniversary phone. I'm not necessarily all that interested. Right now I own a 2015 2000 no. I own an iPhone 15, not 2015. It probably was made in 2015. Yeah, it's code named Glasswing for its glass design. Let's see. Oh, interesting. Okay. I didn't know that. Glasswing. That's interesting. Let's see. What do you know about the anniversary phone and the Glasswing, the code name? All screen. Oh, all the screen will be glass. Okay, cool. So there you go. It's got a code name. That is crazy. That's crazy. That's interesting. Interesting stuff. So I wonder what glass they're going to use. I think they use like Gorilla Glass or um, ceramic shield, like a ceramic shield. I don't know. That's interesting. That's interesting. So, um, Yep. Yeah. But yeah, you guys continue to rock with me throughout the week, man. This is the weekend we've gotten it started. We've gotten it started great. You guys have been hanging out with me for a while, and I appreciate those who are subscribers, those who have followed. It's a great community to be a part of, and I'm really excited what is going to happen for the next coming weeks. We got some things coming out. If you guys don't already know, Sanjay, I have a Apple guidebook. This guidebook allows you to, if you're like in the market to purchase an Apple MacBook or Apple iMac, you can grab this ebook. It's in my description of all of my videos. You can grab the ebook, and it sort of helps if you have any questions or if you're shopping for a new computer. I actually happen to be shopping for a new computer, so what I did was I just came up with an ebook myself. I came up with my own ebook book that allowed me to I just put all of my thoughts and how I sort of process how to purchase Apple products. Because sometimes you're going in the Apple store and it's very intimidating. All of the lights and all the people. Sometimes I get anxiety when I go in there because there's so many people, and it's like I think maybe the anxiety is I have an Apple channel, so it's maybe a little bit of pressure. And I'm walking in the Apple store. Not that anybody's going to recognize me or know me, but I do feel the need to sometimes be like, yeah, this is kind of what I have. This is it's become less and less of an Apple channel and more of a tech channel. So yeah, you can grab that book today. Grab it today. Uh, Mr. Human's here. Am I late? Yeah, you're a little bit late today. You're a little bit late today, but we're hanging out. We're hanging out. Thank you guys. Mohammed, thank you for joining the chat. Nabbit World is here. Nabbit World, how's it going? Hey, how are you? This is the weekend edition, guys. I appreciate you guys for joining. Thank you guys for joining, liking the video today. So yes, Mohammed, you are a little bit late, but we're still here. I'm still here. We were talking about AI earlier. But go back and watch. Go back and watch the replay. That way you can sort of get in on the fun. Nabbit World says, I'm heartbroken, buddy, but going on strong. Well, man, what's the heartbreak about? What is the heartbreak about, man? What you got going on? Talk to me? Maybe it's too personal. If it's too personal, you don't have to share. But we're here, man. We're here. Hope you get through whatever it is. Yeah. Yeah. Sending positive energy your way, man. I hope everything's fine. Jeez. Sanjay says Glasswing is a butterfly with a transparent wings. If you look it up, you can see. Really? Glasswing. I'm interested. I've never heard of that. Transparent wings. Yeah, I didn't know. I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, I don't know. And Sanjay, give me more context. Are you talking about, is that the code for Apple's project for the anniversary phone? I'm not sure. Mohammed, why would you say it? Nabbit World, remember the time he got rejected in middle school? Is that? Oh, Nabbit says nothing really, just fumbled on dating. Nabbit, how old are you, man? How old are you? Are you 18? I'm I'm not age shaming you. I promise. I promise. I promise. I'm not. I'm not. 19. Okay. You fumbled on dating. It's okay, man. It's okay to fumble on the dating game. You'll have plenty of more chances. Trust me. You'll have way more chances. How have I been? I've been good. I've been good, man. I've been good today. Today's been sort of a good day. Like, it may have felt like class today for all the others who have been here. because we talked about a lot of things, a lot of tech, a lot of AI news that you guys may have missed, but we're here to discuss even more. But yeah, 19. Nabbit World's gonna be well. It's gonna be fine, man. It's gonna be fine. How's it? How things going in Australia? Gosh, you're so far away. You're like 22 hours away from me. Sandra says that's why the anniversary phone's code name Glasswing. It's like all the screen design. Okay, I got you. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens with the Apple iPhone. Like, we always have those events. This is the first time I heard about Samsung Unpacked. And you guys have Samsung phones or Android phones out there besides Sanjay? I assume Sanjay you're talking about Samsung, so you have a Samsung phone. But Mohammed, did you know that he said Mohammed's always joking. I just cannot believe it's cold in Australia. Maybe you guys are so far from the equator. So you said it's still pretty cold, but life is good. Crazy how the internet is. It can connect to others across the world. Yeah, I know. That's what we're doing right now. We're connecting. Um, and this is the reason why I come on. Because I get to connect with different people. Obviously, the people that are in the time zone that I'm in, I'm already connected to them to a certain extent. We're connected by the time zones, but that's the reason why I come on at this time. And what time is it? What time is it in Australia? What time is it in Australia? Sanjay says I have an iPhone. Which iPhone do you have? You're like, no, I don't have a Samsung. I don't have Android. Uh, I get the blue bubbles. That's funny. 10:40 p.m. Yeah, that's late, man. You guys are almost into tomorrow. I always remember the times like in the New Year's with like Australia would be the first to celebrate the New Year because you guys are the first to cross the time threshold. So Sanjay says, yeah, like the next 2 years for the iPhone will be good. I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. Um, Nabbit World. No, I did not watch it. You know what? I'm gonna look it up right now so I can have it queued. Thank you for reminding me. No, it's not. It's not no pressure. I just because we talked about it yesterday, and what I man, actually, Nabbit World, do me a favor. Do you see the? Do you see the? Do you see the anvillmusicmedia at gmail.com? Do you mind shooting me an email of the link? Because it's going to be easier for me to sort of lock in. Shoot me that email, man. Shoot me an email um, to this email here. Shoot me the link there, and I'll watch it. That'll cue me to watch it because I definitely want to see that because I know that was a project that really sort of worked on hard. But yeah, I did not watch it, man. I did not watch it. This is the Andor, right? Well, yeah. Shoot me an email. Shoot me an email on that. I know it's gonna be cool, man. I'm gonna definitely gonna lock that in. Gonna lock that in. Nabbit, do you see the email up here? Sanjay says, "You like the new next year? Yeah, iPhones. Yep." You guys have any further questions? Any questions you guys like to discuss today? Like I said, we're hanging out. We're sort of here, and of course, I'll be back next week to talk to you guys. You guys know I started a new podcast to where it's on YouTube Music. It's called Off the Dock. Check it out. Most of the videos are you can listen to if you are in a space to where you do not have the capability to watch. Maybe you're on the road. You can just like pop in this podcast off the dock. It's off the dock with Anvil, and yeah, you can listen to the podcast. Yep, you guys see this. This is it's my trackball that I use. Not a huge fan of trackballs, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like these things, I'm still have a hard time. They're supposed to be. Anybody have access to a trackball? Anybody use a trackball for your Nabbit World? To use trackballs for your to edit your software? I've had mine for 2.5 years and still trying to learn how to use it. Like I've got the shortcuts and everything, but it just feels weird on my hand. I'm so used to like a mouse using old standard mouse, but there's still hope for me to get this right. I don't know. Yeah. Appreciate your likes and comments. Guys, let me know in the chat where you're watching from. If you're a first timer today, come on, put it in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat so I can acknowledge you today. It's been a good live, man. For those of you guys that missed it, catch the replay. We had some good information. We talked about some great things here. Let's see. We've got some more people in the chat. Daniel, welcome to the chat. Thanks for joining, Daniel. Daniel says, you use a toolbox. Do you prefer the toolbox over the trackball? Daniel, I have to look that up. You're always showing me something new. Dream 365 is back, man. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining. How good is Windows 11? So, give me more context. What are you looking to upgrade to Windows 11? Like what? Tell me more. How good is Windows 11? A general overview. Windows has always been pretty good. It's good. It's not so great. It's got a modern look to it and feel. The start menu is now centered, and they've redesigned the UI. So, I think they upgraded a lot of the security of it. There's still Windows, man. For me, Windows has still got strict hardware requirements, right? That's kind of annoying, right? Like if you got older hardware like that predates 2018, Windows 11 might not install. So it just depends on what you got to tell me what computer you have. Windows sort of forces you into Microsoft services, and that's not cool, right? Microsoft really wants you to sort of use Edge. They want you to use OneDrive and Bing. So it's like, yeah, we're forcing, since you're going to use our software, the integration is sort of tight. So I mean, you're talking to an Apple guy. Like this is an Apple channel. So if you're asking about Windows, I'm not going to be forgiving. Windows has matured a lot since the launch, but there are occasional bugs and compatibility issues that still show up with some of the updates. So I guess you're asking me, is it worth the upgrade? So, if you are newer, if it's newer hardware like Intel 12, 13 generation, Ryzen 5000 plus, Windows will run fast and it looks great. And it takes advantage of those sort of new chip features. So overall, it's solid. It's a strong OS, especially if you're buying a new machine. So if you're getting a new computer, yeah, I would recommend it. But it's not a must upgrade for everyone else who has who doesn't necessarily need to. Hopefully that answers your question. The toolbox. Daniel's talking about the toolbox, man. So it's a hardware controller with multiple knobs. now I want to know. I want to see what that looks. Toolbox. Yeah, I don't. Oh, okay, okay. So that's like the toolbox is more like for more or less for editing. That's cool. That's cool, man. You have to. I will look that up. Um, can you use Toolbox for Studio? I mean, I'm sure you can. Like, you could probably integrate like your shortcuts for like for me, for example, if I'm in the studio, like, can I integrate some shortcuts into the Toolbox if I were to buy that? Like, Daniel, I would buy it just because you endorsed it, because I trust what you say. Um, okay, Sanjay says, do. It's a very good question. Sanjay is asking, do you think Mac will have a touchscreen in the future? What does it look like for the future of Macs? Even though now, of course, the iPad is and the iPhones have touchscreen. To be honest with you, I don't think they're ever going to go into touchscreens. And the reason why is you got to think about the equipment that Apple uses, what they pay for. It's not a scalable. It's not a scalable option. Um, you think about the real estate of your iPhone screen. It's a smaller real estate, but you have a huge computer that's all touchscreen. That's a lot of money. So it probably would Apple would have to charge you probably like $7,000, right? So their current stance is no. They've consistently said no to a touchscreen in Mac. Their argument is that the touchscreen belongs to the iPad. It's really the iPad's thing. Like, if you want a touchscreen, you have to just go with the iPad. They've got iPad computers out here, literally. The iPad is just is done amazing things. Mac has optimized iPad for keyboard and trackpad use. So they expanded. Steve Jobs, here's a fun fact. Steve Jobs once famously said that touchscreens on vertical screens, on vertical touch screens on vertical screens cause a gorilla arm, basically fatigue, or holding your arm up to touch the screen. And yeah, that makes sense, right? Yeah. So, however, the future is things are changing. The Mac OS and iPad OS are merging, right? Do you guys know that? So Mac OS is getting more like iOS now. So I don't know, it's a possibility. iPads are getting more Mac OS like. They're looking more like the Mac OS computer side of the game. So um, yeah, and Mac operating systems are increasingly designed with the touchscreen in mind, even if it's not used that way. So that's a good question. That's a good question. But the future could look like Macs with touchscreen. I'm sure as technology gets cheaper and cheaper every year, you have that possibility, right? AI plus Mac integration with Apple Intelligence. Expect to have AI driven features across both the iPad and Mac, right? Um, but I mean, maybe I keep going back and forth with my answer. I said no at first, but yes, no at first. I don't see it happening for maybe another 3 or 4 years, but eventually, yes, it will happen. The software is already capable, and like I said, it's just a matter of it making sense from a revenue standpoint for Apple. It has to make sense from a revenue. They've got to be able to make profit off of that, and they sort of make profit with iPhones already because of the screen size. It's already small. The iPad is just a little bit bigger, but a big 27-inch TV or a big 27-inch monitor, it's not going to make sense to sell something like that. But until then, the iPad Pro has, the Magic Keyboard, so you can kind of have a touch screen with the keyboard thing. It's already kind of mimicking. They're hinting at that's where they're going. So yeah, this could redefine how we even interact with Mac operating system altogether. But would you guys grab a touch screen if it dropped next year? Would you guys grab one? I don't know. Let me know. Daniel says the Toolbox is my tool of choice for editing. Okay, cool, yeah. Well, I'm gonna check it out because I never. It's like everything you send, I've never heard of. So I'm constantly like, okay, what is this? It's all new equipment, all new equipment. Dream says if I had a PC and what is the first thing I would do? I don't know. Because I don't really, to be honest with you, I'm not big on PC computers like that. Not super big on that. Daniel says it's custom macros, can use it for everything. Okay, yeah. I figured you could. And maybe I might look into getting one because I'm not this trackball. It didn't cost that much. I mean, it's a Kensington trackball. It's just a normal little thing, and I saw people using it. I actually I have a review on it, so um, for me it's funny. Like I use it for my everyday like surfing the internet and stuff. When I actually get into when I get into mixing and deep dives into my software, I don't really use it because it just doesn't feel right with my. First of all, I'm left-handed, so maybe I should be using it with my left hand. I don't know. I just hadn't really gotten used to it. That's all. So I am actually looking for a replacement. Daniel, the tour box. How is it on your ergonomics? How is it on your hand? Is it comfortable? Let me know. Daniel says touchscreen offer no tactile feedback. Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is true. But yeah, Sanjay, did that answer your question? I mean, that's my opinion about the Mac and touchscreens. I don't think it's going to be effective in the future for Mac to switch over to touchscreen on iMacs. The screen is so pretty. I don't want to get fingerprints on it, right? I'm sort of fine. I feel like um, keystroke combinations are still way faster than swiping. Like it's way faster, way faster. It's still yeah. Toolbox is very comfortable. Which toolbox do you have? I'm looking and I see a bunch of different toolboxes here. They got the toolbox Neo or Neo, I guess, Creative Console, toolbox Elite. Um, let's see, toolbox. I am going to look up which toolbox should I use with Apple and Logic Pro. I'm curious. I'm very curious about this. Which one? Great question. If you're using Apple Logic Pro, the toolbox model for your workflow depends on how deep your production is or editing process goes. It says toolbox Elite, so it says to use the toolbox Elite. Okay. Yeah, so it's got suggested mappings for what I use my software. So you got the dial, zoom in, zoom out, scroll wheel left to right. Okay. Toolbox Elite. Yeah, I'm gonna look at this. I have Neo. Yeah. Sanjay says just like for MacBooks, like having another form of input as some Windows laptops have had it for some time. Yeah, yeah. The Windows laptop I use, I have a Dell. It's a touchscreen, and then actually, to be honest with you, for years I continue to forget that I have a touchscreen. So every now and then, like if I'm away and I'm working mobilely somewhere, I accidentally I'll touch the screen and it'll do something. I'm like, oh, that's weird. I'm like, why did you do that? Or if I'm putting my hand to like point, it moves the screen, so it kind of messes with me. So I'm like, I don't really need that touchscreen function. Plus, it's not as responsive. I have a Dell work computer. It's just not responsive on the touchscreen side. So good comments. Good comments. Daniel says it's about how many buttons you need. Neo has the most processed Neo, but wireless. Okay. Well, let me look up Neo. Toolbox. Okay. Man, that thing looks like a video game controller. Oh, I've seen I've seen these on editing, like people editing videos with them. Yeah, that thing looks intense. Looks very intense. Like it though. I can't even be mad at it. I haven't seen a lot of people in the studio use this, but that's why I was interested. But yeah. Yeah. Hey Sanjay, do you prefer touchscreen over just mouse and keyboard? Is that something that you prefer? I'm just curious. Curious about that. Is that something that you would prefer? What other comments do you guys have today? Let's see what else. But yeah, Daniel, I'm gonna look at the look into the toolbox. And I gotta check out the stream deck as well. I got a few things I gotta do, man, today. Gotta get into it. Gotta get into it. So, and I don't need a lot of buttons. Like I need my zoom in, zoom out. I need zoom left to right, um, top to bottom. I need maybe I could throw some shortcuts in there, but for the most part, yeah, I don't need a bunch of buttons because I've got the cursor wheel, the scroll wheel, or rather, and on my Kensington. I just thought I would like my Kensington better than I have, but it's just not like a Stream Deck is goat. Yes, yes. Stream Deck is great. Great, it's goat. It's goat. Yeah. Yep. Let's see here. Yeah, Daniel Kush was in here earlier. He had to leave. I think he had to leave out. His brother's birthday was today, so he was in here. I think he was in here looking for you. And we had a good discussion. I think what was it, yesterday or was it Thursday? I can't remember. Started talking about mummies and everything, but yeah, I was like, wow. For you guys that don't know, we are officially into the extended edition of the live. So this is where we just sort of kind of talk and chat. And I'm gonna get into, let's see if I can get into my actual programs that I'm working on. See what kind of work I can get into today. Got a few things I got going on. Even though Saturdays, like honestly, Saturdays I'm not. I don't like to do a lot of work, but I don't think I'm gonna have much choice. I'm not gonna have much of a choice here. Yeah. Daniel says, "Sorry, I'm quiet, Miss Space. No, just well, yeah. Say hello to the wife for me. Say hello to Mrs. Space. Well, when if she's up, yeah, don't bother her. I mean, obviously, I don't want you to bother her if she's not. Yeah. Daniel, and I know you continue to work all those hours there. Got all those hours. Let's see. I'm opening up my software now on the computer. Let's see if I can give a better view of this. Dan, you're good. You're good, man. It was good meeting you. Was it this week when we talked? I mean, it was good meeting you. Being able to put a face to a name. It's always sort of like a little weird like that because it's like, oh man, I get to meet some of the subscribers who are on the channel, but I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool as well. Because I don't know necessarily what you look like. I only see you in the form of text, so and in the form of comments on the screen. So it was like cool to get to actually meet you. That's so cool, man. So cool. Daniel says, I plan to put a Linux computer online today to offer free computer power to breadline creators. Who are breadline creators? Let me know. Who is that? Are these people that need um what type of service is that? Let me know in the chat. Let me know. Let me know. But yeah, guys, we're just hanging out. If you guys happen to come in, if you are here for the first time, this is Brett with Anvil Music. This is the extended. We're officially in this extended live version where we have subscriber feedback and talk, and we discuss any questions that you have that may arise. Let me know in the chat, and we will address it. Let me see if I can turn this around. I feel like I can get a better vantage point of. So you guys want to see where I am here in the studio. Yeah, so guys gotta kind of get to see me. Is that a better shot? I mean, I guess you guys can still hear me. Like I just hit my hand. Hopefully that's a better shot. What you guys got going on for the weekend? Let me know in the chat. Anything fun? Anything spontaneous that you all have going on? Just let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. I'm probably gonna be heading outside for a minute but yeah. Okay, Daniel says, creators that are on the breadline that I'm helping, trying to get ahead and out of poverty as a part of my charitable efforts. Oh man, that's nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. Shout out to you for that. Helping some creators get in that space. That's cool. That's awesome, man. Really, really, really awesome. Guys, I'm actually I'm a part of, and I'm looking at this email now. I'm a part of Amazon affiliates. So if you don't know about Amazon affiliates, it's basically an affiliate program through Amazon where you sell or you help to sell products that are on Amazon, and they will you send your subscribers or those who follow you like links, and if they actually purchase whatever the product is, you get like a percentage. But I just got upgraded. I just got selected to participate in a rate promotion that's running from July 1st to 20th. We've got Amazon Day coming up, right? I think sooner or later. Yeah. Amazon, is that what it's called? Amazon Week or something, where everything's like half off or people go crazy on Amazon. We probably average here at the house like 3 to 4 packages a week. It's ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. Yep. What else you guys got going on? Who else is in the chat? Looks like it's just a few of us, which is cool. Gonna research this email out. Let's see. Um, And guys, once again, I appreciate your support. I appreciate. I would love to have a streaming channel. Honestly, that's dedicated to streaming only. Obviously, I'd have to have a little bit more of followers and subscribers, or maybe not. Like Daniel, once I get on the OBS, I'm trying to get to that this week. I just gotta find some time. Like it's been crazy. Honestly, the lives are what take what take up my time, other than the other stuff that I have to do throughout the week. So, um, yeah, it would be kind of cool to have a streaming channel. Just have you guys up here, have people pop in, come in, say hi, then leave. Have like a rotating thing, because I'm always working. Like this is another part of what I do. So make a Discord. Yeah, Discord would be absolutely dope. I think that's in the future, man. I think I want to do that. I really need a team that I can sort of work some of this stuff out. So a Discord would be absolutely cool. That would be amazing. I would absolutely love that, to do a Discord, and we can make it happen. We can make it happen. Something that's very possible, very possible to accomplish. To accomplish. Yeah, feel free to send it, man. Daniel, thanks. I appreciate it. Daniel, I was gonna ask you, did you were you able to talk to your friend, your other friend you said that does the same style content? Maybe we can link up and do a we can do a podcast together. Link us up together. Let me know if you were able to talk to him or her. No, if it's him or her. I gotta get some women in the chat. It's mostly guys, which is cool. It's fine. Okay, you waiting for a response? Okay, yeah, no rush, no rush or worries on that. No rush or worries on that. Not a problem. Not a problem there. Um, yeah, just let me know when you get that response, and we can get right into it. Yep. Those of you that are watching this on the replay, I really appreciate your support. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to, if you get a chance, to subscribe to the channel. This was definitely chill mode. Well, I got into chill mode around about the first hour of this podcast. I really was like, okay. Um, I oscillate between like this research side of me, where I'm like blabbling off like babbling off research information and the future of the tech space and news, and then like I get, all of a sudden I just get worn out. I just get worn out, and I'm like, oh man, it's time to chill. Let me see what the subscribers have to say. So uh, that's what you guys got today. We talked a lot about uh, happenings around the world in terms of AI. So um, let me know in the chat where you're watching from. My name is Brett with Anvil Music and Media. I appreciate you for joining the chat. This is the extended version, like I always say. Usually when we extend, I like to say, okay, this is sort of a version of interaction with my followers and subscribers, because that's something I take very seriously. I like to interact. I like to hear you guys' takes on comments. Of course, you can comment and chat throughout the entire video, but this is a space to now where those who decided to hang out for a little bit longer, that we can sort of hang out and talk. So this is that space. Once again, my name is Brett with Anvil Music and Media. Welcome to tech. Welcome to tech. The rest is just details. If you don't know it, most likely you can't afford it, right? Good times. Good times. Any other questions you guys have today? Any other comments? Any things you'd like to express? Get off your chest. Uh, any things you're looking for? Any sort of technical analysis or questions that you have for me? We talked about Apple products. We talked about touchscreens. Earlier, I talked about Daniel. Earlier, I talked about Elon Musk and how he's sort of looking to revamp. I don't say revamp Gronk, but he's looking to wipe out all of the non-factual um, information and neuro pathways and sort of Gronk is basically what Gronk has acquired over the years from the information it's been given, and so we talked about that. We talked about Apple's rumored acquisition or partnership with Perplexity. Some interesting news there. That could happen any day. Most likely, will it happen? Probably not. It'll probably be at most a partnership. I don't think Apple has never integrated with another company like that. So this is where we are. This is where we are in society. Yep. It's a great time to be alive, guys. I can appreciate that. All right, guys, it's been great. It's been awesome. Stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. I will be back next week. I'll probably do a special edition on Monday. Probably come back on the live this upcoming Monday. We'll talk some more. I'll let you know. Maybe I'll release a community post to let you know what I'm talking about, so you can come to the table and we can have the discussion, whatever it may be, whatever we decide. It's all for fun. It's an education. The lives are used for me to be educated. I told you guys before this has been a space where I've learned so much about AI and integration and computer and technology. That just happens to be the space where we're in. If it was something else, we'd be talking about that. But it sort of affords me the time and the space to learn as I go, right? Because if you learn, you don't. If you don't learn, you don't know. And what you don't know, you can't go. Where the places that you don't know or have the knowledge. Number one, you don't know that you don't have the knowledge. So it's all about being it's all about coming into the knowledge of this space so that we can make a better world and a better place, man. Yeah. So Daniel, thanks for the love, man. Love you back. Appreciate you always. You're amazing, man. And yeah, I think that does it for today. You guys have a great weekend. I'll see you next week. Don't forget, man, just come by and say hi. Watch a video, any of the videos that I have on the channel. Leave me a comment on the video that you watch, and I will respond to you. That's what we're about. So you guys have a good one. I will see you guys.